Hey, unless you've been living under a rock, today we have gotten some really bad news. I would probably suggest crawling back under the rock if you're a gamer and you planned on buying a new console because it's quite honestly it's quite tiresome at this point. This is like the third price increase that Xbox has announced. The Series S is now having a price increase, and the Series X, both consoles. The Series S will be having a price increase from the 512 gigabyte variant from $400 to $500. The Series S 1 terabyte variant is going from 450 bucks to 600 bucks. The Series X 1 terabyte is going from 650 to 800 bucks. And the Series X 1 terabyte digital edition is going from 600 bucks to 750 bucks. And this is all thanks to our good friend Mr. Grok, Mr. ChatGPT, or Mrs. Gemini. It's honestly quite exhausting to see just how bad the RAM apocalypse, that's what I'm calling it, has gotten, and it's really discouraging because the price of entry to get into gaming is just it's really bad. The everyday consumer is being priced out of gaming, and it's becoming quite a niche at this point. Gaming was at a level that most people could at least achieve buying like a Nintendo console or a cheaper Xbox or whatever, but now it's difficult for anyone to even try to purchase a console at that level. It's going to take quite some time to save up, and I don't even know if it's worth it because most gaming companies aren't making much from the consoles. They're actually losing money from selling the consoles themselves, and they're counting on us, the consumers, to buy the video games because that's honestly where they get most of their money from is the software sales. And software video games have gone up like way up, like $100 for some games for the deluxe editions of some games, $70, $80. It's honestly really concerning because it's gotten to a point that most people will definitely look for alternatives. And the only alternative that I can think that people will probably be able to afford is maybe like a streaming service where like Game Pass, where they're basically gonna just attach a controller to like a tablet or maybe like a Fire Stick or a Roku and just game that way and stream the games from a cloud because at this point it's just not worth it to spend so much money on the hardware. And I really don't like it because that means that we no longer will have ownership of our video games, and that's quite discouraging because I like having a backlog of games to play. I've just been going through my Fire Emblem games on a Nintendo Switch, and I've been really enjoying it. Because earlier this year, I bought a Nintendo Switch 2 before the price hike was announced because I was honestly afraid that it was going to be a price hike, and it was, unfortunately, a price hike. I don't think it's gone into effect yet, but eventually it will. And most likely, Nintendo is going to increase the price again if everything that's been trending as far as like the prices continue. It seems as though one company increases the price, another company follows, a third company follows, and it's just been going like that for quite some time. It's honestly really concerning, and it seems like Xbox is like one of the quickest ones to increase the price. Like Nintendo and Sony don't seem to really mind, selling their consoles at a loss, but I don't think Xbox really has that luxury of taking their time and, selling consoles at a loss because they don't have like too many big exclusives. Like with Nintendo and Sony, is like a retention rate of people buying their consoles so that they can get like the first party games on those consoles specifically. But with Xbox, other than Halo and a couple other first party exclusives, I don't think it's a big, reason why somebody would want to purchase a Xbox. And as a result, I don't think they can really, take the consoles being sold at a loss approach, especially with just the price of memory, RAM. It has gone up so much. It's unfathomable at how like how quickly this is all happening. Like this is seriously like maybe the third announcement of a price hike since last year. I think the first price hike announcement was in October, and it's just really concerning. I'm honestly a little disappointed because at this point, it's best that people just play board games at home with friends and family and maybe try to buy like retro gaming consoles if they even still exist at this point, or maybe even emulating games and buying like pre-built lower tier PCs because they're being priced out at this point. It's really honestly quite the dilemma, and I just don't understand what's next. Like, what's next for the big three, or should I say the big four? Because is Valve, PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo, and the Steam Deck. Recently that price went up. Then Steam's newest console, I can't remember the name of it right now, but it's a home console they have. That has gone up too. It's really, really concerning. And then the most interesting part is that Xbox is pretty much advertising their buy now, pay later option for people who want to purchase the Xbox but can't quite, buy it right, buy outright. They are advertising that they have a buy now, pay later option. And I think that's crazy because entry level gaming shouldn't have to be a debt that you have to pay for in installments, especially for families that's just trying to buy some form of entertainment for their family. It's like you're buying a car or a smartphone. You gotta finance your console now. That's honestly a future that I never thought we were going to go into. And yeah, Nintendo, they said they announced that they are like increasing their price of their Switch 2 by $50. And I thought that was a big thing, but now in comparison, I see just how like generous they really were, especially at the fact that they're offering a game with the price increase. So you can get one of three different games, your choice. I think one of them was Donkey Kong Bonanza, the other one was Cocopia, and I'm trying to remember what the third one it was. But it was three exclusive Nintendo. Oh, Mario Kart. The other game was Mario Kart World. So you got three different games that you can choose from, even though it's very inconvenient to have that price increase. And I think that's a really generous approach to the price going up. But yeah, and PlayStation 5, they did a price increase also. The PS Pro, I believe it went from 800 to $900. It's honestly really really terrifying, and I can't recommend gaming to anybody at this point. And I know everybody's holding out hope that maybe one day the price of RAM will go back down, but with Mr. Sam Altman and all the other AI companies buying out RAM, I don't see it happening anytime soon. And Xbox even said that in their announcement that most likely There will be another increase next year in 2027 at some point. So if you're holding out hope that maybe you'll be able to get this at a cheaper price, I wouldn't hold out hope for that. I would just go ahead and try to find an alternative. Anyways, tell me what you think about this in the comments below. It's very disappointing. I really I'd hope for a much better future for gamers such as me, and my heart hurts for us in the future because I don't know what we're going to do. And I really hate for us to have to, become subscription type people with no backlog that we can just revisit. I love my backlog. I got my Switch 2, and my backlog has been honestly the best part because I haven't bought any new games for my Switch 2, but I got a huge backlog of Switch 1 games and I've been enjoying the hell out of it. Anyway, sound off in the comments below. Let me know what you think of this. What do you think is going to happen next? Should we make a bet that of what company is going to be next? As far as a price increase, because it's honestly just a trend at this point. My money's on maybe Nintendo's deciding, we're gonna increase our price to 600, but let's hope not. Let's hope not. Anyways, have a good one. Sound off below.